Yo, what's up guys, it's Nogo here, and we're going to be doing some more VOD reviews. So just again, if you guys would like to get your gameplay reviewed, go to the VOD review channel in my Discord, follow the pinned, I don't know about this video, but just follow all the pinned instructions. And if you would like a personalized reviewer to be first for the next video, become a member of the channel and you will always be first. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the VOD reviews. All right, for the first VOD, we're going to have a fire build here. That is quite loud. Jeez. We're going to have a fire build with contractor and no reinforce. Okay. All right, so you can see how this played out. They are against a frost hero user. So yeah, let's see how they play this out. Golden tongue. I recommend using C system to hide the chat, just so the other opponent might forget they actually have golden tongue. That's why I use it. If you don't know what that is, you see it in my stream sometimes where you don't see the chat, but I still get the golden tongue effects. And when you type /C space system, hides the chat, and it also is just good so the text doesn't distract you. Very small, but it does exist. Now, another thing, you guys will see they did put ice traps all around the arena. So right here, what you're going to want to do is go over the ice traps and parry all of them. It's very easy to do once you get the timing down in your head because they all have the exact same timing. So once you look at your ping, you kind of adjust to it. You just kind of literally just walk over, wait around like 0.3, 0.5 seconds and parry it. It's very easy to do. And the reason why you want to do this is it maxes out their posture like crazy. Just parrying probably 2 ice traps, the ones right here and here, will probably give the other opponent 99% posture. Then very easily they could land a Burning Servant or even an Ash Slam for the freest guard break ever, because Ash Slam is very easy to make hit someone's opponent's block. 2 things off to start. So yeah, parry ice traps right here before even like trying to go for the fight right here. They might go for that. Oh, they go for the equalizer. That is actually very smart as well. So you guys see, I have prediction, so I use prediction, but they have equalizer. So another thing you can do, they try to do it, is use equalizer on the ice traps. It's very true. They did get caught though trying to do that. Let's see if they go for it again. They don't. So very easily, what they might go for it now. No, they don't. Okay, so what they should have done, it failed again. Just try it again. Just spam that. Spam it. Just keep trying to land equalizer on ice traps. It's just so free. It's just free damage because they can't do anything about it except stop placing ice traps. You just keep spamming them, and they do have their vent up, but still, again, they could use your counters. If you have punishment, use your counters on something that's stationary. It just also works on caltrops as well. They tried again here, and they actually dodged out of that, so they're out of range. So that is good that they're trying to do that, though. Good guard breaks here. I don't know about the follow-up, though. Okay, so right here, yesterday when they landed the ice lands here, so they should have gone for the parry on the ice lands first, because you can see that this procs and it gives them a lot of that healing back, so it's mitigating a lot of the damage back. And the Shadow Spirit as well is doing, I think, around 5% damage, which is quite a lot of damage. So if you do get hit by a Shadow Spirit and you're not on parry CD, because I think it went through block or went through roll here, I'm not sure. Let's replay that real quick. Oh, okay, so I hit him at the same time as, okay, so he negated the mantra damage, but still got the spirit in them because he hit him before he got hit by the mantra. Just kind of a bug, that's a bug right there, but regardless, yeah, if you do have the ice lance, then you try to go for the parry on it before doing any action, because it's really annoying and it does hurt a lot. I mean, 5% is quite a lot. Good guard break here. Okay, not sure about this follow-up though. As you can see, they go for the swing immediately after, and they could very easily have chained any mantra here. Probably Ash Slam or Flame Leap would have been the best choice. I think Judgment would have been too long of a one to land here, and their Burn Servants is on cooldown as well. But you guys see they land the M1 right here. Guard break, M1, and they roll cancel away and they don't follow up. What you want to do here is after you land the guard break, M1, and then start clicking a mantra at the same time. You don't want to feint into the mantra. You want to M1, then use the mantra. So if you use a mantra right after you land an M1, it's going to cast a mantra slightly faster, which is going to allow you to basically just get more damage in when you get that guard break, instead of just, you know, rolling away and doing basically nothing else after. I'm not sure why the Frost Hero crit didn't continue there. It's a bit weird. Again, they do the exact same thing. They land a guard break, they get the M1 in, but they don't try to continue it at all. This is a mistake I even do myself sometimes. I'll very rarely, but I will land, well, not anymore, but I'll land a guard break and I'll try to counteract with maybe like I'll go for like a Legion Kata crit that usually lands, and I'll try to go with an Exhausted Strike feint into Spine Cutter, but I'll often mess up and do my Saigon on accident. You're just missing out on so much damage by not fully maximizing your damage output when you land a guard break. So what I'm trying to say here is you got to stop you got to start running away from someone when you land a guard break. You got to stay very aggressive at that point. Spam a lot of mix-ups because they're probably dazed, bear trap maybe. anything like that, and they're probably just also disoriented as well. We could not, their guard broke, right? So again, don't roll away when you land a guard break. Try to use all your mix-ups, try to feint so you constantly put their parry on cooldown. We'll see how they play out the rest of the fight here. Not sure that swing lands, but sure. You're gonna slide away, nice. Okay, so right there, what they should have, they weren't doing this at all, but when you get hit by, a lot of people don't know, but when you get hit by ice here, you can spam F on your keyboard to get out of the ice. And this can actually save you sometimes. What people usually do when it happens is they end up going on parry cooldown because it's kind of hard to tell when the ice is actually sought out. So after spamming F, they accidentally spam the parry button. To put their parry on TD, which gets them punished a bit more. But there have been scenarios in the past where people, you've probably seen this, like ice smash into ice eruption or ice smash into ice daggers, or you get guard broke. If you spam F fast enough, you can actually get out of the ice and parry there in one, so they can't even follow up with anything at all. And this can definitely save you probably a bar of health for free. So yeah, they don't even try to get out of the ice here. They probably had a lot of time actually to get out of that, but they still get out of the ice, which is pretty good. Again, ice traps are slow on the floor, probably active. They're not even trying to parry that or equalize them anymore. In that scenario, you got to either vent or just try and swing. You can't really do much because ice eruption after hit stun is pretty much true. So if you're not dagger or light weapon, you're kind of just, it is what it is. Like right here, they should be spamming F on your keyboard as fast as they can, because I think actually Ice Smash angle was removed, but they should still be spamming F as fast as they can on their keyboard to get out of the ice very, very quickly, so you can not get, punished for it. Like, look, taking M1 for free after so much time, they were spamming F to get out of the ice. They could have been for sure fine right there, for sure, but they didn't. So yeah, make sure you spam F to get out of that ice. Not sure what they're jumping around like a bunny for, but interesting. Like right there, I kind of understand the feint, but I understand the feint there, but in my opinion, you probably should have gone for the actual move itself in that situation, because you really want to go for a feint if you're trying to go around them, because usually what they'll end up doing is they're just going to hold block after they get guard broke as fast as they can to defend themselves. So you try to spine cutter, as in roll cancel behind them. That makes sense for a feint. Like you would feint there, then roll cancel to go behind them to go for a spine cutter. Granted, this person might have turtle shell, which prevents that, but it is still why you'd want to feint after a guard break is to go behind them. You don't feint and then hit them in front of them unless you know their high posture again with another guard break you have, which this player does not have currently. So yeah, let me just kind of re-say that because it might have been a bit confusing there. So we're gonna go back here. Hold on, right here. So land the guard break, M1 right here. They should have changed. They should have used this mantra right here, but instead they feint the mantra and they don't actually get any more punish off that. They do get the flourish kick though, which is lucky, but probably could have gotten more damage here. But you're fine though. Still doing pretty well. Ice traps have been placed. You can see the, okay, we can't really see them here, but see the ice trap right there in the corner right there. Probably shouldn't be moving your opponent and yourself to that location so you guys can abuse the equalizer or just parry it and just parry all the ice traps to the max of the posture. This is a good punish. Probably could have gone, probably not M1 judgment. They're just burning themselves here. I'm not sure they were rolling that out. Oh, they did. Good roll there. Pretty good. Again, more ice traps. They might go for the parry of the equalizer, I'm not sure. Yep, they go for that, but they get caught by the Frost Hero crit. Parry, nope, you got it again. If you get Shadow Spirit, if you get Shadow Spirit, which is a Spear Fury, you got to go for the parry. You don't want to just start swinging around. You can technically get more damage off if you land your swing, but typically you're just going to, just play a bit passive against you, hoping you miss your parry against the Shadow Spirit. So 5% gone. They lost around 10%, 1/10 of their HP from just not parrying Shadow Spirit for free. Too slow there. So right here in this situation, what they did was land a guard break, and then they jump for no reason. Now, this could be to try and get out of their vent range so they can't vent out of judgment, even though it doesn't actually matter because you can technically vent judgment at any range and not get punished, which is another bug I can maybe talk about in a future video. I'll just kind of say quickly, if you vent at the very start of Judgment, you actually can't get punished at all because you guys end up both being in iframes. So it actually doesn't matter what lengths you are, you can always vent out of Judgment and be fully safe and even land a spit if the opponent doesn't even know this tech or this bug, which will probably never be patched. But regardless, let's continue the video. I actually don't know why. That's a weird bug. I actually don't know why that is. It kind of makes it like it makes a caster of iframes. But anyways, that's off topic. So you guys do want a video of me showcasing all 220 bugs I have logged with clips? Let me know. Probably won't though, because that's quite a lot of bugs, but there are quite a lot of interesting ones that you wouldn't expect to be bugs. Fling bug there, can't do much. Actually, not a fling bug, it's ice bats. I can't even speak, ice traps. So again, all these ice traps are placed, equalizer off cooldown, not trying to parry it, they're just missing out on free opportunities to, you know, or maybe walk over one, hold, or parry two, walk over another one, hold F, so maxes out your own posture. That's a free exhaustion strike right there into more mix-ups. Like, you gotta use the environment and what the opponent places down to your advantage. I'm about to faint there. They do try it though, but the opponent is actually smart as well and is staying out of range, so good guard break there, good uppercut, or a good flame crit. Oh, their posture is maxed out. Kind of unlucky they didn't hit their block there with the exhaustion strikes and no guard break. So many ice traps, just zero, like trying to punish that. But yeah, you know the opponent's posture is maxed right now, so you should be playing very, very aggressive because, or the user in the clip, they use the exhaustion strike at like 99% posture. So their opponent was playing very passive for this reason, probably going to look for a spit, you know, for a free easy parry into a spit. So if you know that, like if you land exhaustion strike and you don't guard break them and you were incredibly high posture, you need to start playing aggressive, start using moves that do a lot of damage off a posture break. Like for myself, I have Sightless Beam. Sightless Beam on its own is a really bad move and requires a lot of setup to actually use. So I'll go to max out their posture, land an exhaustion strike, and if I know that, or if they don't get guard broke by my maxed out exhaustion strike, then I know they're screwed. Because I know if I run in with Sightless Beam, they literally can't do. They can technically avoid it because you can roll out of it and block it. Still, you can, but usually most players just get punished by it and they don't know what to do and they just die to Sightless Beam. But just an interesting tech you should be doing if you do have exhaustion strike is, you know, if you're maxed out and you hit it and they don't get guard broke, you know they're maxed out, so you gotta be using the IS slam, like all that. Ice traps. Might try and equalize this. Nope. Just get punished for no reason. So another thing, if you do happen, so if they did parry, they missed a parry, that's just missed parry, but they did actually land the parry on the ice daggers right there. You can easily punish ice daggers for free because ice daggers actually give AP frames for their next attack, which is usually on M1. So if you would have parried the ice dagger and just started swinging, you would have auto parried their next M1 and it would have gotten their M1 in. The same thing as well for ice lasers as well, which you don't really see a lot of people who run ice lasers. Typically just, you know, crit blade, ice hybrids, and even then not anymore due to the ice laser nerf, but back in the day, I don't think I've ever done this on the channel, but usually I don't know, you guys might relate, but if you fight an ice laser user and you pair the ice laser and just start swinging and they try to swing, you just hit them for free. So, you know, risky move to use there. Same for the ice daggers there, although ice daggers are typically harder to punish, I'd say. Ooh, bad damage. Again, they're not even trying to spam after to get out of the ice, something they should be doing. Like, see right there? So right here, so they parry this, and they, instead of swinging back, they roll. You see how they still parried and rolled at the same time? So they rolled, but they still parried, which means if they would have swung back, they would have hit them for free, and they would have still parried. So again, if you do parry ice daggers, you literally just start swinging. Just start swinging at them, because you cannot get punished in any way. Yeah, no, you actually can't. You can't get punished in any way at all. So yeah, if you parry ice daggers, make sure you just start swinging back because you get AP frames for that. So gameplay's fine. Again, ice traps not being punished for it accordingly. You're not spamming F right there. You use your vent though. Nice. I've completely forgot that golden tongue. And of course you have the very balanced limited now. Quite literally a bell as a mantra. I still don't know why this is in the game. Like, it's a cool concept to realize it's a whole bell. And now it is a normal move, which is just kind of crazy. But I mean, it is a worse version of said bell. In my, well, actually, I'll say it's better because it's less buggy. But I'm going off track and just watch the gameplay. And they do win that match. That is, they win buggily. That is okay, weird. But yeah, they win the match. So we're gonna do our final takes and overlook of the fight. So match played out all right, but there were some key issues. So you see right there on the screen those 2 ice traps. That is actually a bug. They linger, but else what they should have done with the ice traps is use equalizer more against them to force the opponent to stop using ice traps or go for the parry on them, because again, parrying 2 ice traps is usually enough to max out someone with even 40 posture, make them very, very high posture. So yeah, not punishing the ice traps. Another thing is when they land when the person in the clip landed a guard break, they just kind of missed out on a punish. They landed the M1 after most of the time, which is good, but they didn't try to continue that M1. They instead landed the M1 and just kind of backed away. When they did try to do a feint, they kind of misplayed as they feinted a mantra, but didn't try to go behind their block, which is what you need to do when you do land that guard break. That feint to the mantra, not going to do everything, just going to hold block, unless of course you have a guard break as a crit or something like that. And then the last thing I will say is the ice, they got frozen a couple of, actually 2 things, sorry. So the ice, they got frozen a couple of times, and they did not try at all to try and spam F on their keyboard to try and get out of that ice, which got them punished heavily punished because of that. So again, if you are put into ice, you need to try and get out of that as quick as possible so you can actually fight back. And the last thing is Shadow Spear. They were impaled by Shadow Spear a couple of times. So if this does happen to you, what you want to do is just wait. Hopefully your parry is off cooldown. And assuming it is, you go ahead and just tap F on your keyboard. And you parry it. You parry the Shadow Spear because you guys saw the 10% total of their health, which is quite a lot of damage from just Shadow Spear, which you could have avoided for free. But yeah, overall, pretty well played. And yeah, it's 1% of elo. Let's go ahead and go to the next fight. All right, guys, we're in our next fight here. It's just a normal Gale build. They said they are also missing Contractor, and they have Reinforce as well. They also got Dark Feather and Eternal Lock Zone and Umbral Flint. Pretty meta picks right there. And let's look at the gameplay right here. Oh yeah, so I didn't even know this, but sorry, they use Reinforce for literally no reason right there. You see they have the card, so it also could have healed them. You don't want to use Reinforce at the start because in that cooldown range, there's a high chance you could have actually been, like telling you get more buffs at the start of the fight, but Reinforce is not used for the buff, it's used for the heal due to a bug that's probably going to be patched eventually, being that you consider yourself an ally, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, so what they should have done is don't ever use Reinforce at the start, save Reinforce for the heal, so if they get hit later on, they could maximize your healing output, which maximizes how long they'll live and fight for. Because again, Reinforce definitely adds up a lot over time in a fight, quite a lot, along with Spits as well. Yeah, I don't know the Gale combos too much, so I won't really speak too much on what they could have done as a Gale user, because again, I don't really play Gale, but I mean, they're playing fine right there. Like, technically, they could have gone in the air, Rising Wind, but yeah, that's doing too much. Parries. Good line right there. Good standing ghost for Showstopper. Did they have roll up? I actually don't know. They actually did not have roll up for me. That is weird. Not sure why they were rolling a cooldown, but I guess they just roll too late or something. Gameplay looks pretty standard right now, nothing too eye-catching. I will say though, they aren't going for a lot of uppercuts. Uppercut into Rising Wind is kind of like the bread and butter Gale combo, and the way this person is playing and they're both playing, like an uppercut right directly after a parry would probably have a very high chance of landing, and you probably could easily land the Rising Wind as well. They're definitely going to vent it though, so that's when more skill is involved with trying to actually predict that vent. But again, like you're not really using a lot of uppercuts here for the Rising Wind. You know, it's another mixed up Arc Beam. Okay, this is definitely a troll fight. That move is so bad. I'm gonna get glaze the Arc Word of Monsters, guys. There, I'm not sure they were so slow with the follow-up, but it's fine. I mean, the opponent themselves is definitely not. Hold on, let me kind of help the opponent out a bit, because they land the guard break right here, right? They land the guard break, and they try to parry after landing the guard break. So this player right here is their what is it, prediction parrying. They assume that the opponent would have parried their thunder kick, the opponent being the person in the clip, and then they try to instinctively parry the curve swing. They miss out on pretty heavy damage, assuming that their next M1 would have been the rifle gunshot. So yeah, I don't know. Don't do that. Try your best not to predict parry. And if you're high ping and you're fighting light weapon, I get it. I also predict parry a lot against light weapon, especially the fist meta is going around right now. But I just want to look out for the opponent right here. Again, same thing. You're not punishing your guard breaks or punishing enough on guard breaks. A lot of people have this issue. Ults for the Gale user. Just spam. Just spam feint all your mantras. Gale has so many buggy, I won't say buggy, but janky mantras. I think is a better word for it. So this person should definitely be feinting a lot of the mantras a lot more. Say that. And they do land the Rising Moon here pretty good. Get a good punish too. Oh my god, wait. This might be the goat. Lightning Cloak, they need to run away. They should start running right now. And they're gonna start running now. Also, notice this person does not have a lot of lens on their win. Actually, they have no lens on their win pass, so you gotta give that 3 perfect lens when you have the chance. But yeah, if they pop Lightning Cloak, this player did very well. Run away. Don't fight them. Do not fight them, because Lightning Cloak is the most busted thing in the game if you let them have it. Now, it's only good if you let them have it, right? So that's why you gotta run away. You see them be Lightning Cloak, just get out. Just get out. Just don't do it. Don't fight it. And the Storm User doesn't even try to chase him, which they should be trying to chase as well, but they aren't. They just kind of let the Lightning Cloak go away. So Lightning Cloak user, try to chase them. If you're fighting against Lightning Cloak, just run away. You're fighting pre-nerf obfuscation. That is, no. Like, it's just like, this kind of stuff. No one likes fighting Lightning Cloak. Obviously needs a rework to get rid of the movement speed, but then last longer. Get rid of the attack speed. That's the only way you make it fair, like, but also make it last a lot longer. Not even require hits. But anyways, I'm trying to now. Let's just see the gameplay. They get bugged by Rising Wind. Unlucky. Fun gameplay. Static Flash Cone still does too much for no reason. They do that. Nice. Wait, the first time Vanishing Wraith has ever been useful? Pretty good, pretty good. But that's what I mean by Spectre Path is, in my opinion, better. Because, like, you can't do that in normal Gale. You can't just close this gap. I mean, you have Gale, but you can't just, like boom, instant transmission like that, you know? So, that's why I think, like, Spectre's better, in my opinion, but they don't want to know the truth, guys. They want to use the pseudo mantra. Granted, I did take after bar, but... Okay, right here, they made a very, very big mistake. They ragdoll cancel Rising Thunder. You don't want to do this because you actually do take less damage if you stay ragdolled due to an update. I made a video on this quite a while ago. You can probably find it. So, sir, in this scenario here, you don't want to ragdoll cancel Rising Thunder because you take significantly less damage. So, yeah, you can see ragdoll cancel right here, and they just take more damage for no reason. So, yeah, don't ragdoll cancel Rising Thunder. Pretty small, but they could have had 5% more HP, or probably 3% more HP. Yo, they gotta stop using Arc Beam. Arc Beam is so bad. Oh my god. Oh, that's played out pretty well. It played pretty well. So, I'll give my final thoughts. So, yeah, don't use... I mean, they played pretty well, honestly. They took a lot of damage because they built on them, but my final thoughts on this fight right here is don't use Reinforce at the start. Always save it for the heal. Do not use it ever. Don't ever use it for the buff. The buff is so useless. Just use it for the heal. The other thing is, yeah, don't ragdoll cancel Rising Thunder and uppercut more. They barely uppercut it. That's just a really nice mix up on medium, especially when the opponent is predict parrying as well. So yeah, definitely go for more uppercuts because that can help you into Rising Wind, into the Astral Wind feint, and oh my, all those combos. Yeah, honestly, it's put out pretty well. That's all I have to say for this fight. Alright guys, for the last fight, we're going to have a Stark 100 Flame build with Reinforce and Flame Whisk. And we're using Champ Sword, Prowl Swords. Oh, what has the meta become? Right. So again, they're basically the exact same build, but they actually have the Flame Hero Sword, so. Also, same thing, they use Reinforce at the start for, again, no reason. This is just missing out on free healing for nothing. For literally nothing. So don't do that. That person needs to mod their Fire Palm. Yeah, they kind of lag there. Can't really do much. Oh, they're Gale Hybrid. Okay. Evertuning Aegis as well. Interesting. They have Dancing Steps. I would not recommend Dancing Steps. That is a preference. So, okay, right here, they got hit by Ascension because they were basically rolling the air for no reason. A lot of people have this habit where they just roll the air for fun. It's kind of part of their gameplay. So, you can kind of see that when they do that right here. So, let's go back.
All I know.
So they're swinging, roll cancel for literally no reason. And look, see the rolls on cooldown now, and then they get punished just like that. Probably because they don't have tap dancer, which would lower the cooldown. And just, I mean, they're just rolling the air for nothing. Like, it's just a bad habit that a lot of people have. So, I'll see how the gameplay continues right here. Unlucky punish right there. Just kind of just a miss parry and you get punished for that. It's kind of just standard gameplay right here. You're gonna get hit by the Flaming Scourge. It is what it is. Yeah, one thing I will say though is I don't think you should be having, probably shouldn't have Prof Swords if you're not gonna spam parry. Like, you gotta be like parry trade demon in there. They do miss quite a few parries here. So again, Prof Swords is if you parry, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, maybe I'm glazed, Something bad, guys, my bad. I feel like something like Metal would definitely have a lot more of an output in fights like these compared to Prof Swords, where you gotta really be like the parry demon and not too many parry. They're being a parry trader right now. Punish though, nice. No bulldozer, unlucky. I think they could have actually just parried that instead, actually. We're gonna go back and see, they got their parry frame. They actually never lost it, so they could have parried it instead right here for free. They were not on parry CD. They would have kept all their tempo and would not have had to waste their event, and they would have been able to roll out the flame a bit earlier. So should have gone for that instead there instead of the event. Both players playing very low. I didn't even realize this person barely even used reinforce, and they just started casting Furnace again. But I don't know, these are some things that just kind of in the back of my mind. It's just always looking at the cooldown. So I don't mean to always say it, but again, spam reinforce, Wisp goes away. You gotta use your Wisp. I almost got punished by the Flame Ballista though. But you should be trying to cast this. They have not really much to use to get away from them, to be fair. But they actually did win that fight, so a wonky fight, but I'm gonna give my takes on this last fight here. So don't vent when you don't need to. They could have very easily parried that multi-hit Axe Slam instead of venting. So if your parry is not on cooldown, unless you see them body use Ice Eruption or a guard break or something like that, and you know like you can't react to that in time, don't vent. Just parry if your parry is not on cooldown. Another thing is don't roll the air so much for no reason. I understand rolling the air in front of them as to actually tap dance next to them to try and whiff out the parry or something like that. If you are just miles away, you just have the bad habit of just swinging at the air just because you can, just rolling because you can. You saw that the opponent actually took advantage of this, use Ascension, and they couldn't do anything about it. There's just no way out of that Ascension unless they Flame Assaulted, but usually you want to just roll out of it. It's kind of weird trying to use movement to escape the better movement. Does that make sense? And the other thing is, I don't think Prof Swords is the right choice. Granted, the way this player plays, I think you know, Metal would just make more sense, but that's kind of just me picking out their build, which I should not be doing. And last thing is spam reinforce. Don't use reinforce off rip. You just don't use that at the start. And flame wisp as well. Make sure you cast your flame wisp, but you want to fight, so it's all good. That's it for the video for today, guys. So if you guys would like for me to VOD review your own video and give my own take on your defense or what you could have done better, just post your video to this channel. Follow the rules right here. And yeah, pretty easy rules. And if you would like to get a much faster response or a personal response from me or a VOD review in screen share or whatever, or just a 1v1 me, become a supporter of the channel, which gives you access to this chat. And anyways, yeah, I'll always reply to this chat, always. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.